Say hello and thank you very much for coming to our first annual celebration of the Child Friendly Warwickshire network of friends. So it really is great to have so many different organisations from right across the county here on our call today. And this is all about sharing our ambition of championing young people and making Warwickshire the very best place for them to grow up and to learn as well. So for those who are already part of our Friends network, our partners made up of businesses, charities, youth and community groups, thank you for supporting our child-friendly Warwickshire vision. And we continue to appreciate your eagerness to collaborate with us. And for those who are not yet involved, we are pleased to welcome you to recap on Child Friendly Warwickshire ambitions, which we will be doing today, and to celebrate what we've already achieved so far, and to talk with you about what you might be able to do moving forward as well. So your involvement is helping us to ensure that Warwickshire children are heard, that they're safe, that they're healthy, and that they're skilled, and of course, most importantly, that they are happy as they can be. So everyone has a part to play, and many are already playing it, as I've already mentioned. So we have all roles in making this county truly the most child-friendly it can be. Together, we hope to be able to achieve so very much more than individually. Warwickshire is a county full of opportunity. It's where growing up is full of fun, safe, healthy experiences, and the chance to make memories, which set out for our children and our young people, the course to fulfil their dreams. Child Friendly Warwickshire really is about celebrating all the positive things already happening, which make this county the best place it can be for young people, as well as promoting and encouraging more activities and projects that will benefit them. It's about listening to young people's voices, ensuring they have an impact and influence in shaping the county, that young people are not just the leaders of tomorrow, but they are the stakeholders of today, and their perspectives are absolutely invaluable in informing our decision. And I recognise the vital roles that all organisations across Warwickshire play in supporting, empowering young people in communities or in businesses, wherever it is about providing opportunities for work experience, apprenticeship, employment, supporting our annual youth conference, or sharing information about Warwickshire services. Businesses not only contribute to creating a robust county, but also invest in the future success of our young people. And it's, you often sit back and think, there are so many pressures on young people today, in particular around the speed of news, the speed of activities, the pressures, social media, and all of that. And this is about how can we make that pathway easier, smoother, and full of opportunities. So thank you all, and I hope you learn a lot today. Have a wonderful initiative, that we do have a wonderful initiative, and it gets you thinking about how you too can contribute. So I'm going to pass now on to our Chief Exec, Monica. So Monica, over to you.
Thanks so much, Izzy. And it's great to see, well, I say see, I can't see you all at the moment, but it's great to know that there's so many businesses and partners and organisations joining us today to celebrate Child Friendly Warwickshire, and to celebrate how your contributions are supporting children and young people across our county, and how that's made a difference. And also today to get you thinking about how your organisation might continue or begin to support in the future. Because we've been going now since late 2021 with Child Friendly Warwickshire, and it has been a council and a county-wide priority for all areas of work right across the county council. And as the chief exec, I absolutely believe that children and young people are at the heart of everything that we do. They represent the future of our communities, and it's our privilege and our responsibility to ensure that our children and young people are provided with the support, the opportunities, and the resources that they need to thrive in this world. And so investing in the well-being and the development of children and young people is, well, it's not only a moral imperative for us, but it's also, being quite honest, it's essential for the long-term prosperity and sustainability of our county. So by prioritising the needs and aspirations of our young people, we can all help to create a brighter future for all residents of Warwickshire. And by embedding our approach as a child-friendly county, this has led to our services consistently considering and putting children and young people in their development of future strategy, policy, consultations, to ensure that their experiences and needs are at the forefront of decision making. And as we've set out in our 2021 to 2030 children and young people strategy, and Nigel's going to take you through that shortly. But alongside that and our refreshed council plan, Child Friendly Warwickshire remains a key area of focus in Warwickshire, really underpinning and underlining our ongoing commitment to children and young people. And today is just but one peek, one snapshot into the world that we've created with Child Friendly Warwickshire. And so I hope everyone goes away from this event feeling uplifted and celebratory, and privileged to have the opportunity to be part of such a wonderful band of people that come together for our children and young people. So thanks for the opportunity to be here. And I'm now going to pass over to Nigel Minns, our Exec Director for Children and Young People. Over to you, Nigel.
Thanks, Monica, and thanks, Izzy, too. As Monica said, I'm Nigel Minns, Executive Director for Children and Young People. And just as we get to this point, I think my camera's probably stopped working as well. There you go. As Monica said, I'm going to spend a little bit of time. Okay, I'll give up. You just have to look at me as I am. As Monica said, I'm just going to spend a little bit of time talking about our children and young people strategy 2021 to 30, which has at its heart the Child Friendly Warwickshire initiative. So Child Friendly Warwickshire enable us to meet those ambitions for children and young people, which Izzy mentioned earlier. So to ensure they are happy, healthy, heard, safe and skilled. To achieve those ambitions, our strategy aims to bring together the county in a collective effort to ensure our children and young people have a voice to shape where they live, to ensure that they grow up in a clean and thriving environment and they're equipped with the skills to have the best lives that they can. So for children and young people to have the best life they can, our strategy looks at how the County Council not only works with the young people themselves, but also with our external partners, and how they can contribute and how you can contribute and support in creating a child-friendly county, as well, of course, as encompassing our restorative approach of working with people, which is all about doing things with people rather than doing things to them or for them, to ensure that we really create and maintain those respectful and trusted relationships. As the Director of Children's Service, I'm deeply committed to ensuring our county is a safe, supportive and nurturing environment for all children and young people. And that commitment is absolutely evident at every level. And you'll already have heard that it's endorsed by Monica, our Chief Executive, by Izzy, our leader, and of course by our portfolio holder for children and young people, Sue Markham, who you're going to hear from a bit later. All of them actively champion the development of Child Friendly Warwickshire across all aspects of our work. In doing that, we really recognise the importance of the support of our network of friends, and we recognise their and your shared ambitions to actively promote opportunities, services and activities for children and young people across the county. Our dedicated Child Friendly Warwickshire team is here to offer support and guidance along the way. And just to give you a bit of an example, there are a number of ways we measure the success of how Child Friendly Warwickshire friends are contributing towards creating a child-friendly county. So a really good example of helping children to be safe is that some friends in the network are becoming fostering friendly employers, which involves offering a flexible approach to help and support foster carers to provide the best possible care for a child or young person. This then provides a safe and stable home for our young people. Additionally, local businesses and organisations are key to ensuring our young people are skilled through increasing the number of apprenticeships and work experience opportunities. There are just so many ways our friends can support, and these are just a few examples, and I know you're going to hear lots more ideas and other ways you can get involved later this afternoon. So what is our ask? Really, most of all, what we want our friends to do is to consider how they could develop their child-friendly activity and commit to making Warwickshire the best place to grow up in and learn. And at that point, I'm going to pass over to Abby from our Assurance and Development team to tell you just what it means to be child-friendly.
Brilliant. Thanks so much, Nigel. Yes, as Nigel said, it is really great to see our existing friends who I've worked with over the last few years, but also exciting to see some of our new and prospective friends to come and learn a bit more about the initiative. So to be child friendly means putting young people at the heart of what you do. So this can take many forms. So ensuring young people have the voice to shape where they live, considering their views and opinions to inform your future work, as well as considering opportunities we can collectively provide to support them to live their best lives. So this included harnessing the support from businesses, organisations, charities and community groups into our network of friends. So with Warwickshire's thriving business economy and third sectors, it has been possible to reach out and develop the network to the point where we have around 170, well, over now, I think, 175 businesses and organisations signed up to commit and develop their child-friendly activity and support our 5 outcomes. And they are, as Nigel said, that every child and young person should be happy, healthy, heard, safe and skilled. But what does this mean? So in spring 2021, just over 1,800 children and young people across Warwickshire shared their views, opinions and aspirations in an extensive Child Friendly Warwickshire survey. And it was within this survey we were able to learn what matters most to them. So this included things like cleaner parks, more fun things to do, and an overall safer environment. But it also included what they thought were the most important issues. So with results such as youth homelessness, child poverty, mental health, and opportunities for employment. So from this engagement, they led on what our outcomes would be. So our ambitions, even down to choosing the logo that would represent the programme, which I'm sure you can see many of them on today's call. So utilising those survey results, we were able to find out what a child-friendly county would feel like to the young people themselves, which helped us to develop our 5 guiding principles. So these are that all children and young people should be happy, so having access to safe, secure and clean activities and entertainment. They should be healthy, so having access to the health and physical activity, health services, and physical activity that they need. Really, really importantly, they should be heard, so having that voice to shape where they live. They should be safe, so having secure and stable home lives. And finally, they should be skilled, so having those learning and employment opportunities that they want. So since the inception of Child Friendly Warwickshire, we have been able to help to implement child-friendly ways of working with our internal services in Warwickshire County Council to ensure that young people are considered in the future way that we work, as Monica mentioned, in our policies and our strategies or consultations to guarantee that they have a voice to shape where they live and they have that effect for the future in the county that they live. We also support and offer guidance to our external partners who share our ambitions to identify the ways in which they can help us to create a county that is truly child-friendly. And we believe that from working together with stronger partnerships with our communities, with our businesses and organisations, that we can help to improve the development of child-friendly activity, and then hopefully in turn more opportunities for our young people. So now we'll be hearing from various speakers, both internal to Warwickshire County Council and some of our wonderful external partners, so friends within the network, around how they are embracing our child-friendly approach and how they've been getting involved. So I'm really, really happy to pass over to Michelle from Public Health.
Thank you, Abby. Hi everyone, it's so lovely to be here. I feel so warm and inspired just by being here. So hello everyone, my name's Michelle. I work at Warwickshire County Council within the public health team with a focus on child health and long-term conditions. So thank you for having me here today. Could you move on to the next slide? Thank you. So yes, I've tried not to cram too much information on this slide, but yeah, so thank you for letting me come here today, really just to sort of highlight how, can everyone hear me okay? Yeah, just checking, yeah. It's just to highlight how public health have embraced and aligned our ways of working to Child Friendly Warwickshire approach and ambitions that's mentioned in the strategy. The top box just highlights the top high-level summary information really in terms of how we've aligned our approach to Child Friendly Warwickshire. So we've considered the voice of young people in the work that we do. We're equipping practitioners in supporting young people, and we've listened at those young people recommendations around prevention, early intervention to help improve mental health and broader well-being. So if we just go into that a little bit further, Public Health actually attended the Warwickshire Youth Conference last November, and we actually engaged with a lot of young people, and we received around 67 responses. So the feedback to us was just invaluable in terms of development for projects. But one in particular was a new course, which is on the next bullet on this slide, was the development of a new children, young people making every contact count training course. And just to say that MEC, for those that are unaware or forgot, MEC, Making Every Contact Count, it supports opportunistic delivery of consistent and concise healthy lifestyle information to support positive behaviours in physical and mental health, in particular children and young people. And yes, we were at this event and we're engaging, and we listened to what young people had to say, and we obviously themed that information, and it was accounted for in the development of this course. So we were really sort of grateful for the feedback that we got from the young people at that event to help inform the development of that course. Also, just to mention as well that they were really, really helpful with actually the course branding as well, and even the logo here of the course. They selected the icons, and as you can see, we've adopted the child-friendly approach and branding even within the actual logo of the course. Because and also the bear on the marketing assets, because everyone understands what child friendly is, and confident with the branding. So, and there's those synergies there between public health and Child Friendly Warwickshire. And we had a project task and finish group for the development of this course, and Child Friendly Warwickshire were pivotal on that steering group in making sure that that local voice, vital engagement and data was embedded within that course that was developed. And then just moving on to the health and all policies. Just go back to that last point previously. We also have got 27 courses booked across the whole of this year, and 5 courses in particular are for the children and families team, Child Friendly Warwickshire team, and there's we've got over 90 people booked on that course to help to obviously attend the course to support children and young people across Warwickshire. So we're really proud of that outcome so far, and it's only just the start. So thank you. And obviously moving then on to the health and all policies section. So health and all policies is making health everyone's business really, and those connections between programmes policies and that connectivity really between health and well-being. But this is where that course stemmed from this actual we actually had a health and policies workshop held in January 2023, and that's where that concept came from. But we actually had youth council input into that, so that really sort of assisted with that engagement in the data and the direction moving forward. And that health and policies workshop, we had around 43 colleagues attend from across children and families, and that stems from where that children, young people making a contact count training course came from. And then just lastly, around in engagement consultation, we've also learnt a lot from Child Friendly Warwickshire. We've been inspired by them, and we will continue to do the same going forward with further work that we plan to do, because of the value and, as mentioned, putting the children at the heart of everything we do. Especially our team, we're working with children and young people specifically, so it's absolutely pivotal that we do that moving forward. I was conscious of time. I hope I kept within my time slot, Abby, but happy to take any questions.
Brilliant. Oh, thank you so much, Michelle. Yeah, so please feel free to pop some questions in the chat, and we'll also be having a Q&A at the end. Brilliant. So thank you, Michelle. And now I will pass to Sarah Steer, our Head of Climate Change and Sustainability. Thank you, Sarah.
Thanks, Abby. Can everybody hear me okay? Okay, brilliant. Thank you. We've heard a lot from people already today about how important children and young people are being at the heart of everything we do, how important that is. And I can't stress enough how important it is for climate change. We declared a climate emergency a couple of years ago, and since then we've continued to work through Children's Child Friendly Warwickshire to engage with young people, and we've done that to help us develop our strategy and our delivery plan to be meaningful for our communities within the county. So since Child Friendly Warwickshire began, we've done a number of things. Some of those you can see up on the slide. So first of all, and I know it's already been mentioned, but we were at the Warwickshire Youth Conference back in November, and climate and sustainability was a key theme at that event. And we worked with colleagues from our comms team who did some really brilliant creative things, creating a game. You can see that on one of the pictures, actually. In fact, I think you can see some of the young people playing the game, and actually the cards themselves. And essentially, this was a game that allowed young people to really take the role of a chief executive within a local authority. I don't know if Monica's still listening, but hopefully, this might be our some of those might be our chief execs of the future. But really put them in that position to help them think about what the sort of issues are that they would need to think about if they're creating their own sustainability strategy, and in particular some of the difficult decisions that they have to make, thinking about the actions and ideas that it's going to take to get strategy over the line. And that generated a lot of discussion and a lot of ideas, and a lot of food for thought, especially for us, to make sure that we were capturing those and building those into our strategy development and delivery plan, and that we've done. We also were really pleased to be able to go and spend some time with Youth Council, the Warwickshire Youth Council, and again with our colleagues from comms, we developed what we think was a fun and interactive session, but I'm sure young people will be the judge of that, to really engage them again in discussions about climate change and sustainability, but the important bit being that we wanted to listen to them, to hear their views, and to get their ideas about how we could develop our strategy and consequential action around that. To make sure we kept true to that, we continued to work with them, and we did that at a time through Child Friendly Warwickshire, and we were able to get that embedded within our strategy, which was a great position for us to be in. We were also really, really pleased and grateful that a couple of the youth councillors also came and joined us on one of our sustainable podcasts for Warwickshire. And that gave us the opportunity to hear from them themselves. So Raisa and Adam spent some time talking to one of my colleagues, and you can go back and listen to that now if you're interested. It's still available on our Sustainable Warwickshire website. And it gives not only us an insight into what young people think about climate and sustainability issues, but also those podcasts are available for our wider community, not only in Warwickshire, but actually we're learning that other people are listening to them as well from other parts of the country. So insights into what young people think are kind of spreading even further than Warwickshire actually, and other local authorities are finding them useful. So for us, sustainability and taking action to address climate change, it's going to take us as a country, let alone as a county, many, many years. So we think involving young people in our work is absolutely essential, because not only does it help us develop our strategy and actions to reflect our communities, but it also helps us to upskill our young people who are not only key influencers already, you know, we know we're listening to them through the podcast and other things, but actually in their own homes, within their own families, and also in their future lives. They will continue to be ambassadors for, you know, how we live our lives and how we carry out our work in more sustainable ways. So it's been really, really important to us to engage through Child Friendly Warwickshire, and we really hope that we can continue to do that as our work continues. So we're very grateful to be here today. So thank you. Thanks, Abby.
Thanks so much, Sarah. And yes, climate and sustainability is consistently found in our annual consultation for an engagement with children and young people across the county. So really, really a key theme that we're able to link up moving forward and keep our partnership going. So thank you, Sarah. So yes, now we will be passing along to our wonderful colleague, Martin Price from University of Warwick, the Associate Director for Regional Engagement. So we've mentioned the youth conference a few times now, and Martin will be giving us a bit more of an overview of what that event is and how it took place. So thank you, Martin.
Hi everyone, thank you first of all for inviting me along today. I'm really happy to be here. Really enjoyed and valued working with the team at Child Friendly over the last, it's probably a bit over a year now, I think, since we first started talking about this. So my role at the university is I sit in our regional engagement team. So our role is to really work on how we manage our relationships with communities and organisations outside the university. And my particular focus within that team is on how we work with local communities. It's my post was new, and one of the big kind of theme areas that I wanted to set for that was how we support young people. So I think one of the questions I was asked to cover here is why did we decide to get involved with Child Friendly? I think it's as a university we have a business model, but we also have a kind of public and civic mission as well. And young people are so evidently already at the heart of so much that we do. We offer an education to them, we offer employment to them. So it felt like a really natural thing for us to want to be part of it. It aligns very much with the values that we have in terms of the importance of young people and helping them to prepare for that future. I think we have some really obvious alignment around the Be Skilled agenda, which I'll whiz over very quickly in a moment. But also the Be Heard part of it is something that's really important to us, particularly in our community engagement. And I will talk a little bit about that at the end of my short piece. So we offer, as a university, we have a wide variety of teams who already work on things that benefit young people. So obviously our students are themselves young people. They arrive with us at 18, typically. So they are very much within the auspices of some of this work. But also we have a number of other teams. So our widening participation team deliver a huge amount of work to try and narrow the gap between groups of young people who are less likely to attend university and get the benefits of higher education. So we work with literally hundreds, if not thousands, of young people across both Coventry and Warwickshire on that, right through from our Bright Stars primary programme and the work that we do for primary age pupils onwards who are in care, which we do in partnership with County Council and the Virtual School already, right through to our offer to sixth form students who are kind of reaching the point of thinking about applying for university. And very, very many young people that we work with are within Warwickshire, although we obviously serve a wider region than just that. So we also do a huge amount of work through our Institute of Engagement and our Arts Centre, who are hugely engaged with young people as well. So it just felt like a really natural fit, and as soon as we kind of knew that this was going on, I wanted to make sure that we were were a friend of Child Friendly Warwickshire, and I really wanted us to do that in a way that was making a really meaningful contribution to it as well, not just popping a logo on a website. I wanted us to really be engaged, and one of the ways that I think became clear that we could probably do that was through the youth conference that was coming up. So we, I guess, sponsored, hosted the Be Heard Youth Conference, the Voices of Tomorrow work, and it was really, it was an incredible thing to be part of. And I think for me, youth voice is something that I've been involved in for a lot of years, and youth democracy. And what was really heartening to be involved in was that this was very much young people's event. And the team at the County Council were really facilitating the wishes of those young people, not imposing views on them. And that's absolutely the way that we want to work with young people too. And it was really an incredible thing to be part of. So we welcomed, I think, around 120 young people. We were able to make use of one of our swankiest conference facilities that was, I think, set up the day after for some very high-powered corporate clients that were using it. And it was great to be able to bring the young people into that setting. And I think it was great to be able to share those facilities with those young people. So we had a number of workshops on themes that were all chosen by young people. And they were around things like climate and sustainability. There were activities in green spaces, space for girls, identity, mental health and well-being, careers and opportunity. And it was really nice that we were able to contribute to some of that, a couple of those workshops as well. And also, I think there were 25, I hope I've got my numbers right, 25 organisations that are also friends of Child Friendly Warwickshire who had stalls, and they were busy and well attended in that area. There were a lot of really good conversations going on. It was really nice to see the energy that there was around that. Not always what happens when you put stalls at a conference, it must be said, but the young people who came really did engage with that and get involved with some really good conversations, which was really nice to see. It was really nice to see some of our students be involved in that. We can sometimes be a bit of an island on our campus. We sit on the edge of both Coventry and Warwickshire on a border, and we don't always, it's part of my role to make sure that we connect better. And it was really nice. So we had a team of current students involved in the day, and it was really nice to see them kind of getting involved, not just in the logistics, but helping to facilitate some of the young people to engage with the sessions as well. I think it was a really fantastic day. We enjoyed being part of it. And it was, again, just so incredible to see that it was run by young people and to hear from some people from the Youth Council. Certainly for me, it was inspiring to see what they'd done and to get 120 young people to give up what was, it should be pointed out, a day of their half-term holidays. So it required a high level of engagement for a young person to give up whatever they were otherwise going to do with the day of their half-term holidays to come to that. And it was really inspiring and quite humbling to be able to be part of that. We know that there's a lot of recommendations that have come out of that and a lot of good conversations. We will be really keen to build on that in a number of ways. So one of the things that we've already spoken to is that we'd like to help look at ways that we can support the next iteration of that youth conference in whatever way the young people and the Youth Council want to take that. We'll be very happy to support. I think it may be that it happens in another part of the county, which is absolutely fine, but there will be other ways I think that we can get involved and support, and we'll certainly make our services and some of our resources available to help that to happen. I think I really want to build on the youth voice element. It's something that I'm particularly passionate about. We'll have some useful discussions to come, I think, about the ways sometimes we're a big institution, a big organisation, but not a provider of services. And sometimes that puts us in an interesting position to be able to support and kind of facilitate and broker some conversations. And we're very keen to work with participation teams around how we do that, which is a bit of a watch this space. And also continue to work on the ways that other teams and colleagues within the university can align their work with what Child Friendly are doing and increase those connections. And we're also, we want to build on this, we want to do more. I'm very open to anybody on this call or anywhere else that's got ideas that are aligned to Child Friendly initiatives. who wants to get in touch. And I would be very interested to hear any and all projects and ideas of how we can work better together to support our young people.
Brilliant. Thank you so much, Martin. And yes, fantastic to see all of the hard work that went into that youth conference.
My name's Jen. I am from Think Active, Coventry, Solihull and Warwickshire. So we are the active partner for your area, and I lead on our children and young people strategy. We basically want to use kind of physical activity and movement to help young people lead happier, healthier lives. So we literally kind of tick everything that Child Friendly Warwickshire is trying to do. We're trying to do exactly the same through a kind of movement, physical activity lens. So we were lucky enough to be invited along to the conference back in November, and we kind of hosted a really interactive workshop, which was good fun, with the young people around kind of how can we activate green spaces, how can we get young people moving more, and then we kind of took all of that youth voice, we've fed that back into our kind of CYP strategy, and use that to help shape our delivery going forward. Youth voice is key to everything that we're doing with children and young people. It needs to be kind of developed by young people for young people. So this led perfectly into what we were doing. And we also made a really good partnership.
I think potentially Nick, who was doing our slides, may have crashed on his device, but it's okay. I will begin to share now, or if Annie or Lucy, if you're able to share the slide deck. Fantastic. But yeah, thank you so much, Martin. Yeah, a lot of months went into the planning of the 2023 youth conference, and we got so many young people attending, so many of their voices heard, which was absolutely fantastic.
With the Youth Voice and Influence team, and we've been doing quite a lot of partnership working with them around like their Care Leavers Youth Forum have been really key to helping us to develop a new offer for young people, and we're adding a whole kind of component to that around a physical activity offer for young people, looked after young people, care leavers, and also we're adding a whole SEND young people strand to that. So the kind of the feedback that we got from young people was actually, I'd rather be in bed, like playing with my friends, I'd rather be gaming. So all of that we've integrated within that virtual schools physical activity offer. We integrated some kind of virtual reality sports within that to help appeal to those young people. So we did an event at Haddo, which is like, it's like virtual reality dodgeball, which went down really, really well with the kids. And that was kind of the launch of our offer. We continue to kind of consult with young people who are attending those events to help shape the offer going forward. So again, just youth voice is really key to everything we're doing. People were saying that they kind of need more access to low cost physical activities. So again, we're developing our All-Star Games series, which is kind of like activation events that then help lead young people into sustainable pathways to just get them moving more. Those are free for those young people to attend, and we're only going to grow that program. Funding wise, we have a program called Opening Schools Facilities. So again, we've incorporated a whole youth voice element into, we're supporting over 34 schools with funding to open up their facilities to the community and to run more activities. So we've got a real youth voice element in there, and we've really made sure that actually everything the schools are trying to do with that is focused around what the young people want to see. And again, that's creating more low cost opportunities on their doorstep so that young people can get more active. They've kind of said, right, we've got a lack of motivation, there's a lack of confidence, we don't feel safe. So we're working with our partners to address all of these barriers to just help get young people more active and help them access those opportunities. We're also working with the 13 plus age group, especially with the looked after young people, to do more stuff around like leadership, volunteering. How can we really support them so that actually we're increasing their like life prospects, their aspirations and all of that. We're making sure young people are heard. We're offering more opportunities for young people, and we're removing barriers. So one thing that actually came straight off the back of the conference is we met a lot of newly arrived young people, and actually they didn't really have kit to take part in sport. And And actually, the newly arrived young people, the care leavers, have been able to tap into our wear and share program, where we provide sports kit for people that the lack of it might be presenting a barrier. So we've given out to over 60 young people across Warwickshire, and that program's still open for us to support young people with. We've also, just think we've done loads of stuff. So that's wear and share program. So we've been working with the West Midlands Combined Authority to deliver like a new physical activity program through their virtual schools. And that's been kind of really key in terms of like the youth voice. The young people we've been speaking to have really been leading on that program, developing. And so we did the Haddo event back in February. We did a leadership event where we put 4 young people through a multi-skills level 1 qualification, which is kind of like an introduction to going into a career in leisure and sport. We've got another of those running in the May half term. We are delivering a football tournament for those young people. We've got some like paddling and paddleboarding and kayaking events coming up as well, and we'll be doing loads of stuff with them over the summer. It's also just on a strategic level, because we are a strategic partner. It's really kind of helped us integrate with more partners through public health, through the education teams supporting the opening schools facilities funding. So we're really helping to kind of align our strategy and make sure that we're doing that collaborative working with other partners. And the conference back in November really helped to generate a lot of that. We also, some of the young people that we met at the conference, we've been able to support them in their volunteering journey. So we've got 52 young people now that we've supported with a grant to do some kind of social action physical activity program for their peers. So that's been really key in helping to kind of activate some more work in that area. I feel like I've really whipped through that, but that's kind of most of the stuff that's kind of come off the back of the conference. It's really good to look back on it and actually kind of think about that pivotal point which sparked a lot of that work, and those partnerships will only continue to strengthen. So you know, we've absolutely loved being a friend. It's working really well for us, and hopefully it's helping us to reach even more young people across our area.
Definitely. Thank you so much, Jen, and apologies for the tech issues. Just wanted to double check, are the slides sharing now? Fantastic. Okay, brilliant. Apologies about that. As always with online events, there's always the worry there. But no, brilliant to hear everything Think Active's doing since the conference. And yeah, really looking forward to what our future partnership will hold. So thank you, Jen. So now I will be passing over to Ollie Barnes from Barclays Digital Eagles to hear about what partnership we've had so far and how Ollie has got involved with Child Friendly Warwickshire. So thank you, Ollie.
Yeah, thank you, Abby. So my name is Ollie. I'm one of the Digital Eagles and Money Mentors here at Barclays. So for a little bit of context, we're quite a small group of colleagues that provide free learning resources to schools, groups, organisations, businesses, councils up and down the country. And we host a range of free virtual events, from your digital safety all the way over to like your money management, your employability, as well as having a free-to-use platform called Barclays Digital Wings, which is fully funded by Barclays, has a really wide range of bite-sized digital learning, from the very basic digital and money skills all the way to sort of those expertise as well. We joined the Child Friendly Warwickshire network of friends to really sort of make that big impact in the community and society of Warwickshire, particularly being able to support the youth of today with sort of gaining those life skills to support them and help them sort of guide through their future careers as well. And it was an absolutely fantastic opportunity to sort of share our resources amongst lots of young people and build on their skill sets ready for that world of work as well. And since partnering with Child Friendly Warwickshire, we upskilled children and young people in boosting employability as well as coding. And we also did share lots of further resources through Barclays Digital Wings. So we delivered virtual upskill sessions on that employability to really sort of provide information and a little bit of guidance for young people aged 13 and onwards to really help them build effective online employment profiles. And we've now supported over 250 students to date through Warwickshire alone. So really brilliant. And then alongside these are coding events. They're typically aimed at sort of primary ages and is delivered through our Barclays Code Playground. So with this, we continue to sort of utilise Child Friendly Warwickshire networks to showcase the sessions for children all the way across Warwickshire. Now, these coding events and sessions really sort of aim to empower children to solve problems, think critically, and as we've heard today, the Be Skilled is one of the key outcomes of Child Friendly Warwickshire. And with these sessions, we really hope that young people pick up not only coding skills, but also a further set of transferable skills to take with them as well on their journey. But it's been really, really fantastic to see today the diversity in partners of Child Friendly Warwickshire and sort of highlighting how different organisations can get involved. And as we said, our resources are absolutely free for anyone of any age to use, whether it's self-guided sort of learning through digital wings or through joining our virtual events. And we've been able to upskill our young people across the country and even across the country, actually, with knowledge and experience. And we really hope to sort of continue doing so through a lot more collaboration with wonderful councils, groups, organisations. I think it's probably fair to say we are always looking for more sort of work to do. So if there's ever any opportunity, I definitely encourage sort of reaching out. You can find us just by Google searching Barclays Digital Wings or even Barclays Digital Eagles, or likewise, I'd be more than happy to sort of share my email in the chat if anyone does want to reach out directly. But it was, a fantastic opportunity to get involved. So really, really appreciate you having me today and sort of share the work that we've done together. And I'm definitely looking forward to the continued collaboration.
Oh, fantastic. Thank you so much, Ollie. Yes, and it's been brilliant working with Barclays Digital Eagles and hopefully upskilling more young people in the future. So brilliant. Thank you so much. So now we will be passing over to Handel's Property and Mark Martin to tell us a little bit about how they've been getting involved with Child Friendly Warwickshire and how they've been contributing. So thank you, Mark.
Hello, how are you? Okay?
All good, thank you.
Good. So yeah, we're from Handel's Property. Apologies, the office has been hijacked by one of the sales teams, so if you're going to hear a lot of noise in the background, it's one of the sales team here. So yeah, we local independent estate agent in Leamington here. So we've got all residential lettings and sales as well as some student properties as well. But I won't bore you with what we do. It's not that exciting, unfortunately. But we've known Abby in the team for a while now, so we try and help out as much as we can. We sort of understand the initiatives that they're putting through here for the Child Friendly Warwickshire team. But it's fantastic. It's great to be on board. We started collaborating with them in 2023. We donated 100 Easter eggs there. We actually had 150 in the office, but only 50 made it to, I think. We at the rest. And then we followed that up with a £250 gift card as a prize. For your Foster Care Celebration Awards, which is great. And then we want to do a little bit more. So this year, as you can see, we've sponsored the football team there. So the kits look fantastic. And yeah, we're really proud and honoured to be on the kits there. So it's a really interesting thing that we're doing now. We're trying to help out as much as we can, trying to get involved as much as we can as well. So that all independent businesses can help. And just encourage the great work that you're doing there at the Child Friendly Warwickshire. So yeah, we're looking forward to watching some of the games, to get down there and support some banners up, hopefully, maybe some larger kits that we can wear, so we can show our support as well. And yeah, hopefully get the scores up and get the games up on the social medias as well to try and push it and sort of show what you're doing as much as you can. So yeah, hopefully just help you out as much as you can going forward. Yeah, it's fantastic.
Oh, brilliant. Thank you so much, Mark. And yes, the football kits really do look great. And I believe that the children care team will first be playing in June. And I think they're at the Wolverhampton football stadium at Molineux, is it called, which is absolutely fantastic. So yeah, it will be great to get down there, see the kits in full and show the sponsorship and the partnership that's formed from it. So yes, brilliant to work with you over the last couple of years, Mark, and hopefully more in the future. So I believe it might be, yes, so hearing from children and young people next. I'll just need to, apologies because I quickly shared my screen when I wasn't before, I'll just need to reshare it to ensure that the audio is on. Yep, so include sound here. So now we would like to hear from the young people themselves. So some of our Warwickshire youth councillors were really keen to get involved in being part of today's event, but of course it is during school time, so we were able to film some short clips outlining the impact Child Friendly Warwickshire has had on them and some things that they would like to let local businesses know.
Hi, my name's Katie. I'm a member of the Warwickshire Youth Council.
Hello, I'm Alice and I'm the former chair of the Youth Council.
Hi, I'm Ren. I'm the former co-chair of Warwickshire Youth Council.
Child Friendly Warwickshire has a really positive impact on young people's lives by hosting annual youth conferences attended by over 125 young people in Warwickshire as a whole. And over 25 businesses part of Child Friendly Warwickshire scheme attended to be a part of the day that we've hosted. Businesses attending have offered a lot of interesting young people, taking away valuable resources such as people's voice, opinions.
And I think that Child Friendly Warwickshire has had a positive impact on young people by having external businesses come into the Youth Council to talk about them and help us share our ideas with them. Some examples of this are Shout Out for the Arts, Warwickshire Police and Sustainable Futures. This is positive because it ensures that young people who aren't always listened to are heard and our opinions are noted, and therefore increases inclusivity of young people in Warwickshire.
I'd like businesses to know how important youth voice is, because youth voice is the voice of the future, and young people are really the only group in society that I almost never listen to. So I think it's very important that businesses take their views into account.
And I would like businesses to know that career opportunities for young people are really important. So not only work experience opportunities, but also more consideration for young people when they're getting their first job and how difficult that can be for them, and the fact that quite often they can bring something to the team even if they haven't had like work experience in a job before. If we have these opportunities now with these local businesses, we'll be more inclined to stay in Warwickshire and work in Warwickshire in the future.
And we will be sharing all the videos and clips afterwards. So yes, thank you to our young people. We'll be sure to include them and let them know what you guys think. But I'll now be passing over to Nick to give us a 2023/24 roundup of what our Child Friendly Warwickshire year looked like.
Absolutely, yeah. Thank you very much, Abby. And yeah, I think it's great to hear directly from our young people themselves and the positive difference the network of friends are having. Yeah, so this afternoon I feel really lucky because I think I've got the most fun part of the afternoon of presenting the network of friends highlights from the last year. Whilst we've heard from some of our friends today about why they wanted to join Child Friendly Warwickshire and the impact they're having, there is so much more to celebrate. So we'll have a quick whiz through lots of the highlights of the last year. So starting in the bottom left, we have a festive theme with our team from Morrison's Leamington Spa, who created over 80 shoeboxes for care experienced young people as part of the wonderfully named Operation Snowfall, which I think is great, as well as Lighthouse Games donating lots of Christmas gifts also for care experienced young people. And then turning to Youth Voice, we have internal and external friends have been ensuring that our young people have really had their voices heard this year, with the Youth Voice event bringing together our different forums to discuss local issues with leaders. The Sustainability and Climate Expert Panel took on board their views, as well as most recently the Leamington Vision team engaging with the Youth Council members to hear their thoughts on town centre regeneration plans. I think it's always great to hear their passion, their creativity and innovation, although I'm not sure the request for a zip wire from a high street to the train station will be getting approval anytime soon. So moving on, friends have proved generous in their donations, as well as we've heard from Handles, as well as Service Care Solutions, who both provided vouchers as prizes for the Fostering Fun Day celebrations. And Service Care Solutions also feature in the highlights with their brilliant free CV writing sessions for care leavers and older care experienced young people, which are shortly commencing. And we're not done there. Sticking with the careers theme, the Arts Careers Fairs, organised by Warwickshire's Shout Out for the Arts steering group, gave young people in Stratford and Nuneaton the chance to learn about routes into arts careers. And you see a great picture in the bottom left corner there. Our network of friends will also include lots of internal services, as we've heard from today. And the place and projects team joined forces with library services to teach primary school children about climate change and sow a wildflower meadow at the Stratford Recreation Ground, which you can see in the bottom right corner, lots of the child-friendly bear getting out and about across the county. Also, internally, our internal services have engaged with Youth Voice in the Stratford Town Centre consultation, our education strategy, Levelling Up initiative, and Warwickshire's vision for buses. Elsewhere, the fire and rescue service and road teams worked with Warwickshire Police to carry out safety, car seats, and essential maintenance checks for foster carers and social workers last year. Staying with the theme of cars again, employees at Volvo Group based in Warwick came together to generously donate over 160 Easter eggs for children in care this year. And we really appreciate the generosity our friends have shown at various celebrations throughout the year, including Easter and Christmas. And we were really pleased to be able to support recent Eid celebrations as well. But we want to do more, so much more for young people across the county so they can celebrate a wide range of festivities and celebrations. Lastly, a massive thank you again to Handels Property for donating towards the kits for the Care Experience football team. I particularly like the yellow goalie shirt with the bear texture. I think it looks great. As well as, of course, the regional engagement team and Martin from the Warwick University for sponsoring the Warwickshire Youth Conference. So yeah, what a year it's been. What a roundup of some of the highlights, and a massive thank you for everything you have done this past year. No matter how big or small, every contribution builds towards our collective effort to make Warwickshire the best place to grow up and learn. And if you're looking at these examples, feeling inspired but not sure where to start, I'll hand back to Abby, who will show you how we can turn this motivation into action.
Brilliant, thanks, Nick. So if we just go to the next slide. Fantastic. Yes, so when supporting Child Friendly Warwickshire, no contribution is too big or too small. It is an open invitation for all of our organisations, so we are extremely lucky to have such a diverse and inclusive network of friends that range from the larger businesses to small medium enterprises to charities and community groups. And we do want to highlight that being child friendly and getting involved is achievable for all of our partners, and you can still make a meaningful and lasting impact to children and young people across the county. So that could be promoting the services that you offer, getting young people's voices heard if it impacts their future, or just considering them in any future work you have. So as Nick just outlined, our friends are getting involved in many ways through the network, and there are so many ways that our children and families are benefiting because of this. So we do want to highlight that all Child Friendly Warwickshire projects and support that we offer are led by engagement with our children and young people. So by listening to them, by getting their views, we can continue to create a county that really feels more child friendly. So we are keen to get our partners involved at every opportunity, as I mentioned. So we are excited to introduce our Child Friendly Warwickshire pledges. So these are a commitment from our friends as a member of the network to showcase your support of the initiative and your dedication to helping to create a county that was full of opportunities for our children and young people, and one where they also have an impact and influence in shaping where they live. So just to briefly take you through them. So as a Child Friendly Warwickshire friend, you would pledge to raise awareness of staff and customers of Child Friendly Warwickshire's ambitions for children to be happy, healthy, heard, safe and skilled. So our 5 outcomes there. You will work with children, young people and families to build strong relationships, consider the views and feelings of young people when making decisions that affect them, inform the Child Friendly Warwickshire team about events or opportunities that you have for young people, look at ways to introduce inclusive work, training and support initiatives for young people and families, and finally to collaborate with the Child Friendly Warwickshire Friends network to grow child friendly activity across the county. So we do encourage our friends to join us in committing to these pledges, and thank you to all of our current friends who are already showcasing their shared ethos of the initiative. And we've heard from loads of friends today, however, so many more are doing amazing things. So next slide, please. I'll now discuss a few other ways in which our friends can showcase their commitment to sharing our ambitions for Child Friendly Warwickshire. And firstly, as Nigel mentioned earlier in the call, becoming a fostering friendly employer. So becoming a foster-friendly employer, it's a really, really great way to boost your child-friendly activity. So this means committing to supporting employees who foster and helping to promote and celebrate fostering. So in Warwickshire, we currently have around 228 foster care homes, households, and over 800 children and young people in care. So to support these young people, there are two main requirements of organisations. So one would be taking part in Foster Care Fortnight. So this is actually currently taking place right now, which is really exciting. And this is the UK's biggest awareness campaign for fostering. And then secondly, it's creating a flexible working policy by adding a minimum of 5 days annual leave for fostering commitments, such as training or settling in a new child for that employee. So we are partnered with the UK's largest fostering charity, the Fostering Network, to make doing this really, really straightforward for all of our friends. They provide loads of advice, loads of support, as well as a template for a HR policy to adapt to your organisation to ensure that you can have it in place. So we would not ask this of you or any of our friends if we ourselves at Warwickshire County Council were not prepared to do the same. So we have been actually a fostering friendly employer since March 2021, and we found it hugely beneficial, and so have our staff members who are foster carers. So becoming fostering friendly, it improves staff well-being, it makes you a really attractive employer to those foster carers who are really resilient, committed, and actually really, really skilled professionals, as well as making that massive impact to children in our local community. So yeah, we really encourage you to consider this. So for any organisation that may be interested in progressing or moving forward, there is a QR code currently on the screen for more information, but we in the team would also be really happy to support you in becoming fostering friendly in the future. So another way that you could increase your child-friendly activity would be through supported internships. So these are an unpaid full-time work-based internship that supports young people with special educational needs and disabilities aged 16 to 24 with an education health care plan. And this provides them with really, really great experience to achieve paid employment in the future. So they usually last for around an academic year, and then being linked to an education provider allows that young person to gain qualifications like maths and English, and also employability. And it's typically done around 4 days per week, and then 1 day in college or their education setting. And as I said, it provides a really, really fantastic experience for that young person to hopefully then go into the future into that employment, that paid employment. So similarly to becoming fostering friendly, supported internships, again, are a great way for Warwickshire employees to make a meaningful impact and that lasting change for young people across the county. And again, there's a QR code on the screen if you're interested to find out more. So there are just a few ways in which you can increase your child-friendly activity and ways that we think would make it really fantastic for young people across the county. Next slide, please. But our aim moving forward is really to continue to grow our network of friends, prioritising those strong partnerships with communities, with businesses and organisations to continue to improve the development of our child-friendly activity. And then in turn, hopefully, more opportunities for our children and young people across the county. And us in the team, we're really, really happy to support you on this journey and offer advice and guidance where we can. So thank you all again for your commitment and your interest in our child-friendly approach. And I'll now pass you over to John Coleman, our Director of Children and Families.
Thank you, Abby, and thank you all of you for a fantastic afternoon. I'm John Coleman. I work at Warwickshire County Council. I'm the Director for Children and Families. You'll be pleased we're nearing the end now, and really want to thank you to all for coming. I think to hear about all the wonderful things that we've been doing, and all of you have enabled us to do for Child Friendly Warwickshire. It's made what is often referred to as an initiative, but actually bringing it alive and making it really work for our children and young people. We're immensely proud of the partnership that we've formed over the last few years, and I really want to extend our sincere gratitude to all of you for the invaluable support that you've done and for creating an environment in Warwickshire that's full of opportunities across the council, for every child and young people. I guess I just wanted to think a little bit about some of the difference that you make very briefly, because in the job that I have, I get to come in contact with a lot of children and young people. And I guess some of the things we've heard today, maybe understanding the impact that you have sometimes doesn't necessarily come clear. So we work with a lot of young people, who are a range of young people, some young people who have experienced a lot of abuse, trauma, and needs the support, protection or even care from the local authority and council and from partner agencies. And the difference you make is really tangible. It really is. So I've talked to young people who have said, actually, you know, an employer that they work with has enabled them to be a foster carer, and so they've been able to provide a home for a young person who needs that protection and care. I've talked to young people who have received an Easter egg at Easter. It seems like a very small thing, but if you've got no family and you've got no one who would normally provide you with that gift at Christmas or other festivities, it makes a real difference to know that your local community are thinking about you and care about you. And it's difficult to underestimate that sometimes. And I think right at the beginning of this, we heard a lot about the making every contact count, and actually organisations been able to really think through, particularly perhaps some examples like the service industry, who have found out a bit more about domestic abuse services, or a drama company that have found out about actually where they can support parents or young people to around mental health. You know, all sorts of different examples that really have made the difference. But most importantly, from my point of view, is, you know, the way that we support young people who have experienced difficulties in their childhood, or how we make that better for them, is to help them to achieve and get out of poverty through education and employment. And so really finding them, supporting them with apprenticeships, work experiences, so they can make a tangible difference and build a life for themselves with our support and with your support, so they feel skilled, safe, happy, healthy, and heard is really important, because it really does take a whole community, I think, to contribute towards children having a good childhood. So, you know, your commitment to our shared goals is really commendable, and we're really, really incredibly thankful for everything you've helped us to achieve together. Your contributions, whether through delivering workshops, sponsorships, sharing your services that you offer for children and young people, they've all had a crucial impact on empowering our children and young people. And you should all be really, we recognise, and you should be proud of the support that you're providing. So thank you for all your unwavering dedication and support. The outcomes really are tangible for our young people, and together we can really continue to make Warwickshire really a place where young people and children feel supported, that they feel valued and equipped to succeed in the future. And moving forward, we'd really welcome further collaboration through strengthened partnerships and working together to create the best outcomes for our young people. Before I hand over to Sue, who's going to be our final speaker today, I just wanted to thank Abby Baker for her endless enthusiasm, endless high-quality work and making Child Friendly Warwickshire happen, and to Nick Rice, who you've heard from today, who's our graduate management apprentice, who's joined our service and council recently. He's made a huge impact in a really short time. So thank you both for putting this event together and for all of your continued hard work. It's been fantastic. Thank you. And finally, I'm going to hand over for very final word to Sue Markham, who's our portfolio holder for children and young people. Sue?
Yep, thanks, John, and thanks, everybody. First of all, I'll have to apologise. I did try to get the background on, but I'm afraid it was on the too hard pile, so I'm afraid you've just got my background. But as portfolio holder for children and families, it's actually amazing to see how many of our partners have joined us today, and recognising the importance of the contributing to a child-friendly county. Your presence and engagement highlights the importance of our collaborative efforts to make Warwickshire the best place to grow up in and learn. We all have a role in making this county truly the most child-friendly it can be, and together we can achieve so much more. As John mentioned, your commitment is crucial in ensuring that every child and young person is valued, supported and heard. And it's been fantastic to hear the enthusiasm from all members within this presentation. And by working together, we can continue to foster an environment where young people thrive. So I'd just like to say thank you to you all again for your ongoing support and partnership within our wonderful network of friends. And I think that's about everything that everybody needs to hear, really. I think we've gone had a good full afternoon of work, that we can see what everybody's been doing, and I think it's been fantastic. So thank you all.
Thank you so much, Sue. Yes, and thank you so much to all the speakers today. I think it's so wonderful to hear about all the work that's gone into developing child-friendly approach across the county, and hopefully, yeah, we'll continue to do so well into 2024 and beyond, and build our partnerships further. So we've got just over 10 minutes until the end of the event. So more than happy to take any questions. I've had a look through the chat, and I haven't seen any that's been popped in, but feel free to come in if you have any questions, or if not, we'll give you back some of your time this afternoon. We do have an FAQ sheet that we've set up, so we're happy to send that out in our post-event materials, and let you all know, unless any of my colleagues have anything else to add. No, don't think there's any questions. So yes, thank you all again. It's been really, really brilliant to have you on the call and also hear from you all. We've just popped a little feedback survey within the chat, and we'll be sure to send out the recording as well as any other post-event materials along with the slides. So yes, thank you again, and have a lovely rest of your afternoon.
Thank you.
Thank you. See you soon.
Thank you. Bye.
Thanks very much.